Hot dog is my favorite meat.
Piggy goo.
I like hot dogs.
Let's talk about what's in your meat. I do love an expensive something.
That's a good point.
Might as well guzzle down some like
Piggy goo.
But there's a false equivalency going on in the coverage of this race. Their objectivity actually is not objective at all. It ends up playing to Donald Trump's advantage every day.
In an effort to appear balanced, to appear objective, mistakes are absolutely being made and standards are being applied to both candidates here when Donald Trump is a different animal. He is an insurrectionist.
The crew over at Morning Joe on MSNBC, the same crew that wanted Biden to continue running in this presidential race, despite the fact that he was suffering from clear cognitive decline. Yeah, those people. They're furious that journalists would have the audacity of ever reporting anything negative on the Democratic nominee because Trump is
he's a special threat.
In other words, they want the media to manipulate you and do the exact opposite of journalism. I don't know what country I'm living in, but I feel like we get wall-to-wall coverage about Trump being a danger to this country. It is incessant. It is all they talk about on MSNBC. Did he just suggest that journalists shouldn't report on Kamala Harris changing her mind on fracking?
Donald Trump can say whatever crazy things he wants to say about submarines and sharks and electric batteries, whatever he wants to say. And it's not really covered in the sense that it's covered describing who said it, why he said it, and who the man is, Trump. In the equivalency, the false equivalency by too many reporters and too many American newspapers. There's also, by the way, Kamala Harris changed her mind on fracking. Always throw in something like that in coverage of the story. It's ridiculous. We don't cover the man for how dangerous he is.
Did he just suggest
Fracking?
And also, is he under the impression that telling Americans the truth about where Kamala Harris stands on the issues automatically means that Donald Trump is going to win the election?
So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black? Because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be, see, this is, when I started my career, I prided myself and the left wing on the fact that we didn't try to manipulate audiences. And we didn't try to lie to people or cover up the truth about our preferred candidates or preferred politicians.
You done?
We didn't want to stoop low.
Oh, is that right?
And do what the right wing was doing with their misinformation, with the fact that they would omit incredibly relevant, important parts of the story in order to make Republicans look good and Democrats look bad.
Lie detected.
And now we're in this awful era, partisan hacks. If you don't engage in it, they get mad at you. You're supposed to be partisan hacks. You're supposed to be my cheerleader. You're supposed to cheerlead for my preferred candidate. What are you doing? How dare you talk about Kamala Harris and how she went from being against fracking to now saying she's totally in favor of fracking? How dare you? The media doesn't fearmonger about Trump enough?
Skynet has become self-aware.
Has he considered that? Has he considered the fact that Joe Biden ran his campaign almost entirely on Donald Trump is a threat to democracy, and it wasn't working? Why do you think it wasn't working? This is the most brain-dead argument I have heard on MSNBC, and that is saying something, because there are a lot of brain-dead arguments made on MSNBC. Do the American voters have the right to know where Kamala Harris stands on those issues? Or should we be kept in the dark because Trump bad? Trump bad. Listen, Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. Trump bad, bad. Trump bad. Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. Trump bad, bad. Trump bad. That's what Joe Scarborough wants. He wants journalists to line up and say in unison over and over again, Trump bad, Trump bad. Because that's been real effective, right? Listen, he wants to be a cheerleader for one side. Trump bad, bad. But don't sit there on your boring ass morning show where you try to gaslight the American public about Biden's mental health. Trump bad. And pass judgment on people who are trying to get Kamala Harris to answer questions on something amazing. Policy, policy, policy. Simply hearing Trump bad over and over again doesn't work for them. Trump bad, bad. Partisan hacks. Listen, Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. Trump bad, bad. Trump bad. Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. Trump bad, bad. Trump bad. I'm not saying this to help Trump. I think Trump is plenty bad on his own. Trump bad.
What was Melania's reaction, if you don't mind my asking? I know this is very personal, when she learned about what happened on that field in Butler.
I said, so what was your feeling? And she can't really even talk about it.
Traumatized.
Which is okay, because that means she likes me.
No, she
loves me.
That's good.
I mean, let's say she could talk about it freely. That wouldn't be. I'm not so sure which is better. But she either likes or loves me, and that's nice.
She either likes me or she loves me, and that's nice.
That's unbelievable, man.
He actually seemed a little surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, that she
exactly.
was so concerned and worried about him, and that's sad, man. Trump, sad, man. That's actually really sad. Trump, sad.
No, 100%. If you are surprised that your wife minds you being assassinated, then you've definitely got issues inside the marriage, brother. I got to tell you that. So he's like,
I don't know, my wife, she either likes me or loves me. I don't know, but it's nice.
But we all know that Melania doesn't really like Donald Trump. It's on tape. Her hand swatting his hand away.
She didn't want to speak at the convention.
Yeah, none of this is secret. Yeah, it's definitely not a secret because Donald Trump says
she either likes me or loves me.
Can we watch it again?
She likes me. Or she loves me. She either likes or loves me. And
Come on. That's amazing. It is amazing.
Hey, you know what, Trump? Way to take the win.
Do you, boo?
Secret, yeah.
Trump bad.
If I snap my fingers, you forget that you're ever gay.
I was never gay.
Exactly.
Wait, no, stop.
Yes.
No, stop. You can't. I was never gay.
Okay.
No, I was never gay.
Sure.
You can't just. I was never gay.
You say so.
You know, I do the weave. You know what the weave is?
I love the weed.
I'll talk about like 9 different things and they all come back brilliantly together. And it's like, and friends of mine that are like English professors, they say, it's the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. But the fake news, you know what they say? He rambled. It's not rambling.
During a recent rally, Donald Trump wanted to make sure that you know that he is not a rambler. He's not a rambling man, okay? In fact, the way he speaks is kind of brilliant. He's doing the weaving, and then it all comes together. There's a 0% chance that Trump has any friends that are English teachers. Let's get that out of the way. That's
English
number one.
professors, and he has so many of them that his English professor friends keep telling him, "Oh, I do declare, I really wanted to give you credit for the amazing weave you were doing."
Lots of weaving.
And they apparently teach that in their syllabus. You know, if you want to tell an effective story, what you do is go off on a lot of tangents and never come back to them. And we call them the weave, so no one can keep up with you. We teach it in all the English classes.
It is.
But you've got to speak like a normal person. What's wrong with you? He was like,
no, they say that I'm rambling, but I'm not rambling. Like when I was in Wildwood, New Jersey, and I had a big crowd size, 107,000 people, and they always lie about that, but I say it.
You just did it. You went off point to talk about your crowd size and never got back to your original point. So this is not like, I'm weaving it, and I'm doing it on purpose. Nobody thinks you're doing it on purpose other than like diehard MAGA and they're like, yes, I'm Trump's bad, yes, right.
You're right, he loses his focus and goes off on a million tangents. In fact, here's an example.
Yes, and you know, when I was running that, I spoke to the leader of the Taliban. They run the whole deal. And I said, Abdul, don't even think. Don't do it, Abdul. Don't do it. Because they were killing our people. And they were really killing them previous to me and Obama. They were killing them in the Obama administration and with Biden. I said, how good was I tonight? Sir, you probably got him thrown out. Now you're going to have to run against somebody new. I said, I don't care. I have to do what I have to do. We have to do what we have to do, right? And I look forward to the debate with her. But what happened, so with Afghanistan, you know, I do the weave.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it, Abdul. Don't do it. Don't do it, Abdul. Don't do it.
Wait, we were talking about the Taliban. What happened? Now we're talking about the debate. But he went back to it. He did weave.
Okay,
he did weave.
That was a successful weave. We're the fairest show in America. Okay.
I do want to go to one other compilation of Donald Trump and his speaking style.
Don't do it, Abdul. Don't do it, Abdul. I told Abdul. Don't do it, Abdul.
I speak for 2 hours. Won't mispronounce one word. Like oranges. I mean oranges. I mean oranges. I mean origins.
And look, he can't help respond to every charge. So we call him the Rambler, or I call him the Rambler. The other people say he's rambling, and then he's.
I'm not rambling. I'm not rambling. I'm weaving.
Well, overall, last thing I'd say to Trump is, don't do it, Abdul.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Okay. Don't do it, Abdul. I got it. Don't do it, Abdul.
I'm so happy to be here, Atlanta. We're about to make history with the first female president. The first black female president. Let's get this done, hotties. Hotties for Harris.
All right, so you've heard of white dudes for Kamala, South Asians for Harris, childless cat ladies for Harris, and now that is rap artist Megan Thee Stallion introducing
hotties for Harris.
And of course, the right is so mad. So mad. But anyway, that doesn't matter because here we go. Megan Thee Stallion, always triggering the right, including, of course, the guy who had to do his own version of WAP and thinks that Megan Thee Stallion has a medical condition if she does have a WAP, Ben Shapiro.
If you find this sort of thing attractive, then I present you with the possibility of 8 years, 8 long years.
Yes, 8 long years of watching WAP. I just want to explain, she didn't do a lot of twerking and there was no cussing. That didn't stop a lot of online right-wingers and obviously Ben Shapiro there from saying things like this. Evan Kilgore, the left-wing movement is pure ghetto trash. Anyone who watches a performance by Megan Thee Stallion and is sincerely moved to vote for Kamala should be deported. All the things, all the bigotry. Okay, so they're mad. They're mad that there's a celebrity that's like performing for Kamala Harris. But then Matt Walsh, Matt Walsh, a man who with just the creepiest facial hair, makes kind of a good point, and it's devastating. He says,
please do not try to counter this by parading around a bunch of washed up or obscure entertainers that nobody cares about. That just makes us look sad and irrelevant. Best to bow out of the celebrity competition and argue that we should focus on policy instead. But you undermine it if you make fun of Megan Thee Stallion. And then 2 days later, start fangirling over some third-rate celebrity endorsing Trump.
Okay, Matt, okay. So mad. But I think a certain blonde bombshell would like a word. Please play.
But what happened last week? Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania roll again. What a masterpiece. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
Are you telling me Taylor can't take Hulk Hogan?
Poop in your diapers, dude.
Gen Z, you all know who that is. Hulk Hogan.
Okay. Freddie, don't make me defend the Republicans here. Hulk Hogan is a badass celebrity. Okay.
In the year 2024?
Well, look,
when I was a kid, I was a little Hulkamaniac. And that's been a while.
I didn't realize I was hitting a nerve there.
Yeah, okay, but it's been a minute. I think Matt Walsh is probably referring to guys like Ted Nugent and Roseanne Barr and like washed up people who just come in and they're like, I just grabbed my pants.
Poop in your diapers, dude. Poop in your diapers, dude.
Celebrities overall are embarrassing.
We're back at the Young Turks at the DNC. Janky Granick Kasparian and Rudy. Sean Astin joins us.
Embarrassing. And that's so funny about it. They're like, oh, look at the Hollywood liberals. We don't want George Clooney and Taylor Swift. They're like, oh, look, it's Ted Nugent. Oh my God, it's James Woods. All right, one more thing, which is that, look, this is the Republicans falling into the trap that I talked about earlier in the show. So all you have to do is like put a black person up on stage, say, oh, I support Kamala Harris. Asian person, woman, trans, it doesn't matter. Put anyone that isn't like a straight white male on stage and have them say anything benign. Like, I kind of like Kamala Harris. And what Republicans will do is,
oh yeah, we hate Asians and stupid Asians with stupid Kamala. Yeah, screw all you Asians.
Well, dumbasses, you just did her job for her. They're like, no, black woman, nah.
Yep.
Right? So keep going, play that identity politics, see how it turns out for you.
It's so funny. Yeah, it's so funny because Cenk, you and I go on Piers occasionally. Sadly, we subject ourselves to that. And when I was on like the day after Kamala was like announced and Biden drops out, and they're like,
no, black woman, nah. So here's some rope. Have fun.
Yes. So mad.
Women love masculinity, and women do not love Tim Walz. So that should just tell you about how masculine Tim Walz is. The other day, you saw him with a vanilla ice cream shake. Had a straw in it. Oh, again, that tells you everything.
What?
Well, what?
How are you supposed to drink a shake?
You just dump it into your face, I think. But you know that he's had this obsession.
Hold on.
About straws.
He talks about straws all the time. He's obsessed with straws. He's a weirdo. Let's watch.
Some things we just can't let slide. Joe Biden used a straw.
There's another one. There's another example. Let's watch.
I'm sure Trump would agree that wasn't a good look. He's better than that.
No, he's not better. No, he's gay. He's gay. He's gay. He's gay. He's gay. He's gay. As we saw him with the straw. I'm sorry, Jesse. It's done. He's a gay man.
No. What is up with that whole straw thing?
I don't like. I could speculate. He's a young boy and he's wearing his boat shoes or whatever, and he's drinking out of a straw. And some mean girl called him gay, queer or something, and that was it for the rest of his life.
I am a woman. I enjoy masculinity. I have also seen very masculine men drink a shake through a straw, and it did not even occur to me for a second that this guy is not masculine because he's drinking through a straw. Like, who has this weird obsession with straws, and why is drinking through a straw considered
gay? He's a gay man. Gay. He's a gay man. Gay. He's a gay man. Gay. He's a gay man.
not masculine enough?
I don't think that it means that you're gay, but I think most men, if I see a man drink through a straw, I immediately picture a penis.
Gay. He's a gay man. Gay. He's a gay man. Gay. He's a gay man. Gay. He's a gay man.
Even if it's not being drunk, if I see a straw, I picture a penis. I think most men just picture penises constantly, right?
So we're very worried about, being seen in proximity to them. All of us alphas, it's just dude stuff. Gay. He's a gay man. Gay.
straw, I picture a penis. I think most men just picture penises constantly, right?
Right?
Could it be that maybe, just maybe, female voters are voting based on which politicians might, like improve their lives and their freedom to make decisions about their own bodies?
Yeah,
could it be?
I don't think he's gonna accept that.
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it's, how they use a straw, whether they use a straw, how they eat their soup, whether they're willing to do it privately or out in the open, publicly. Like a
gay man.
Absolute animals.
I don't think that women can think rationally like that.
Right?
We're living in a toxic culture where there's a cancel culture gotcha. We're not trying to elevate, we're trying to eviscerate. This woman has now depended upon, like her inspiration, Donald Trump, a racist trope. The black brute seeks the innocent white woman, and now I'm seeking lasciviously to approach her.
I mean, but did you try to hit on the white woman?
Burn.
Now that was Michael Eric Dyson, who's reeling over Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace, calling him out for sending her creepy texts immediately after he implied that she's racist on live national television. And he did imply that. Don't insult our intelligence. Mace, like many Americans, struggled a bit with Kamala Harris's name.
Talk about rerun Kamala's.
You had it right. You almost got it.
I will say Kamala's name any way that I want to.
No,
but
you mispronounced her and you also misjudged her.
I just did, and I'll do it again.
Mispronouncing her name. That's what refusal to acknowledge her humanity. If I purposely mispronounced your name, that would not be appropriate.
Policies.
Okay, so she probably shouldn't have said, I will say her name how I want. But it doesn't matter. She's trying to get her point out, and she gets interrupted immediately over a small error. Now, that is when Dyson stepped in to make the obligatory point that, we've heard it before, white woman bad, bad, very naughty. Let's watch.
This Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
So now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to accomplish it.
You are intending that I am
Your disrespect
racist,
of Kamala Harris is part and parcel.
You're not racist. You just did a racist thing. Come on, white woman bad. Now, getting back to Dyson's tiff with Mace, after he implied that she's mispronouncing.
So don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up, fuck it up, don't fuck it up.
Kamala's name because she's racist, Mace did this on the House floor.
I would like to also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without
and
objection.
The guy
Order.
says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces Kamala. And if we're gonna have that standard, you gotta hold it to both sides, not just one or the other.
Damn. Look, Nancy Mace, to be fair, is not innocent in all of this, okay? And honestly, in this saga, her biggest crime, those massive tacky earrings. Like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing, girl? Like, I respect your religion, okay? But like, maybe smaller cross earrings? Why do they have to be so big? Okay, anyway, let's get back to Dyson. He didn't like it, so he wrote on X, quote, her white women's tears and mendacity are all in the service of lies and distortions. I was wrong about one thing. She is a bigot and racist. No, you thought that to begin with. Let's keep it real. White woman bad. Now, in an effort to defend himself, he also took to social media to say that he's not doing anything weird. I mean, he writes creepy messages to lots of women. Watch.
These are other people that I interacted with recently, my friends, some of them. My friend Allison, I said, nice, you look gorgeous. Look out, Texas, here she comes, talking about that. Nail painter. In public, I said gorgeous and brilliant all at once. A heart with a face that's smiling with hearts.
And a kissy face, right?
Then my colleague, Lisa, when we took pictures, I sent them to her and I said, me and Miss Gorgeous. And then finally, to Dana Bash. I said, thank you, Dana Bash. Besides being brilliant and courageous, you also look gorgeous.
Wait, no kissy emoji for Dana Bash? What's going on here? Look, obviously that's not the defense he thinks it is. Maybe don't send unsolicited evaluations of women's appearance in a professional setting. Especially as a married man, I would not be happy with my husband if he's sending kissy emojis to other women, especially at work. And have a little grace for people instead of immediately assuming they're driven by hatred and racism.
They're like, no, black woman, nah!
But no, he just can't get himself to do that. So he doubled down on The View.
We're living in a toxic culture where there's a cancel culture gotcha. We're not trying to elevate, we're trying to eviscerate. So when it comes to Nancy Mace, you see I tried to be nice to the woman.
And a kissy face, right?
I said, you're a wonderful woman. I lied. I then said, but I tried to be nice to her. And then even when I pointed out to her what the repetition of the misnaming of Kamala Harris would do, she got defensive. Oh, you're calling me a racist? No. To all of these white Christians, and she's one of them.
White woman bad.
They have not forgiven themselves. White Christians hate themselves for the past wrongs that have been done. And I'm here as a loving Christian to say, let's grapple with that past, acknowledge the historic legacy of supremacy. Don't deny it. Don't erase it. Don't eviscerate it. Don't remove it from the history books. Confront it. And then when you forgive yourselves, we can go forward.
And a kissy face, right?
White Christians bad. There's no reason for them to apologize for the crimes committed in the past. And I am curious, has Dyson forgiven himself for sending unwanted messages to women in professional settings? You know, the Bible says, if Dyson is worried about the toxicity of cancel culture, as he alleged on The View, he should stop weaponizing race for cheap political points. White woman bad.
Will Harris, let us out! Let us out!
My little wife is worried about my health. So what do I get? Spinach. Can you believe it? Spinach. They're too fat anyway. Fix your Popeye. Fuck Popeye.
Right between the eyes. Just like I said. I got it right between the eyes, Allie. Got that motherfucker right between the eyes. Right between the eyes, Allie. Just like I said. Right between the eyes.
Trump
Like,
fan.
like,
Trump fan. Trump fan. He's gay. Trump fan. Trump fan.
Like,
Trump fan.
He's a gay
Trump fan. He's gay.
Out Benny, out Benny, to mix this up, to mash this up, out Benny, mash this up in his TYT mashups, which are very entertaining, and I highly recommend you watch it. Out Benny, out Benny.
They're like, no black woman, no!